Imagine that you are conducting errands at your neighborhood grocery shop. You go up to the register to pay, and while you wait in line, you take in your surroundings. You look at her, and to your surprise, she grins. She's a lovely girl, exactly your kind. Perhaps she has feelings for you, but you hesitate to approach her. She continues with her day because you are at a loss for words or action, and you lost your opportunity. The number of chances that males miss out on because they don't know how to respond in certain circumstances really astounds me. You'll probably giggle at the anxious person you used to be, and how easily you can let that grin into something more. Now let's get started. The last thing I want is for you to wonder, what if? At the conclusion of this video. Therefore, I want to offer you 6 concrete measures that will transform her grin into something more. And suppose I grinned in return. What if I was brave enough to go up to her? Many men believe that projecting the image of a stern, dominant man is attractive to women and makes them seem cool. And no, it is not the proper course of action for you to follow. Initial perceptions include not only your words or appearance, but also your emotions. You want her to have a positive attitude and feel good while she's speaking with you. This is the reason it's crucial to start out with a calm, upbeat attitude. Guys tend to forget that ladies experience the same levels of anxiety that you do when it comes to rejection and meeting new people. So chill down, guy, when that lovely female grins at you. Give up the strange, too serious expression. Return the smirk or gentle grin and observe her reaction. This demonstrates your openness and friendliness. For this reason, the first thing to do is to return her grin. It's the easiest way to let her know you're sincere, upbeat, and kind. However, there's more. Observe her conduct after the grin, since it's the subsequent response that matters. Does she keep an open body language, or does she turn away instantly and then break that eye contact? Because she's probably just sending you what's known as a selecting signal until she flips it off and closes it down. I'll go into more depth about this in step 3, but this is something incredibly crucial that will prevent you from ever seeming like a creep. Alright, so you've made eye contact and her smile persists. Now what? You know that this is when time is running out. You are aware that you must take quick action. You must take action. Panic, however, is something you are unable to do. You know, a female will only offer you a subtle indication that she is interested in you. When she sends you a selecting signal, she's waiting for you to come over. You know those embarrassing videos when males are publicly rejected with such brutality. The majority of the time, it's because they moved in without the female giving them any indication. Their sudden and forceful attitude comes seem as hurried. And look, I know it might be intimidating to approach her, but it's a terrific start that she's already open to the idea. There's little doubt that such videos add to the stress. Sorry, but at this point, stalling is the worst thing you can do. Don't give the impression that you're just another shy man who finds her attractive, but is afraid to approach her. You must be noticeable. You have to make a favorable impression. The crucial step is to mentally count down from 3. Once you reach 0, stop paying attention to everything. Step over there and break the ice, whatever the circumstances. I realize this is probably the most difficult aspect now. You have to start the discussion as soon as you get close. How would you respond? Furthermore, there's no universal solution. There's no miracle drug. Instead of focusing on what you should be doing, what if I told you that the key to being really beautiful is what you should quit doing? Because, you know, during a speed dating experiment in 2015, Australian researchers made an unexpected discovery on desirable male characteristics. When given the signal to choose, most men attempt to react as appropriately as possible. They overthink and overdo when they're with ladies because they want to seem flawless. Their effort is excessive. Can you identify what characteristic these psychologists noticed as being shared by the most successful interactions they saw during the whole experiment? Perhaps a certain theme, phrase, or opener. Actually, it's none of them. You'd be surprised at how easy it is. It was not so much what was said, as it was how it was conveyed that made for the finest encounters. Consider your behavior with your pals, the way you're interacting with them, spending time with them, and having fun. You're most likely genuine, carefree, and fun. Occasionally a touch too vulnerable. That, therefore, is the key. These characteristics enable us to feel connected and fully present. Relax. Give up trying so hard. Don't hold the girl in high regard. You can treat her like a friend since she's simply a regular person. Therefore, after you've counted down from 3 and walked over, introduce yourself with a sincere compliment, a pertinent inquiry about your surroundings, maybe something that's nearby, or a joke, just as you would with a buddy you haven't seen in a long time. To tell the truth, it doesn't really matter what you say. Simply said, The goal is to come across as a laid-back, totally present, and non-judgmental person. And females find this quite beautiful when combined with confidence. After that, all you need to do is carry on the discussion without becoming uncomfortable. You know, I was rather shy when I was younger and had just immigrated to the US from Brazil. I was somewhat bashful. Even when I did manage to get the attention of a beautiful female and make eye contact, I would still be reluctant to approach her. I felt afraid. I'm probably not cool enough. It occurred to me. She will criticize my accent. You know, I'm not very good at English. I felt uncomfortable talking to females as a consequence every time I attempted, as if I became uncomfortable. And of course, nothing came of it. I was without a game. I was second-guessing every move. And as a result of such setbacks, my fear of approaching females grew. It worsened as a result. However, everything changed one day. I discovered that the mirror is everything. Usually, the female mirrored the same energy that I exhibited. If I attempted approaching ladies while thinking negatively, the discussion would be dull and low-key because I was afraid. I was lacking self-assurance, and she sensed it. However, if I was having a wonderful day, that is, if I felt good when I got up, went to the gym, and spent the day hanging out and having fun with my friends, and I happened to see a gorgeous female, our interaction would be cheerful, carefree, and laid back. I'd want to share with you a secret. Remember that human communication is 55% nonverbal, 38% tonal, and just 7% spoken after you've introduced yourself to the lovely female. Your encounters will be shaped by your body language, eye contact, and even the conviction in your voice. If your inner beliefs and your level of confidence don't align, then all the perfect words mean nothing. You know, like approaching a lady with the ideal, clever pickup line. You've been working on this pickup line. You heard about it somewhere, and it sounds and looks amazing. However, when you say it, your voice sounds monotonous and uninteresting. You maintain the same expression. It's going to become uncomfortable because the female who first smiled at you will notice those indications. She's going to wonder, is this man uncomfortable? That was meant to be humorous. I have no idea what's going on in this situation. Overanalyzing will undoubtedly ruin your delivery since it will be obvious that you're worried from your posture, stutters, and other nonverbal clues. Thus, keep in mind not to seem strange or unconfident. Be kind with yourself in the lead up to, during, and after the conversation. This is not an exam. Consider it a lighthearted chance to converse, build relationships, gain knowledge, and hone your conversational abilities with women. Sure, practicing, interacting, and conversing may be enjoyable. But let's face it, most likely, you want to advance this farther. Thus, how can we ensure that we ignite that desire while avoiding the worst-case scenario of being friend-zoned? You're getting close, however. You are now totally present and enjoying a pleasant, casual chat without feeling terrified or worried since you saw her giving you cues to approach. The next crucial stage is to figure out how to arouse real interest. It's going to go very deep because, ironically, Tony Robbins taught me this. It's known as polarity, and it occurs when you embrace your feminine side while displaying your male side. An attractive magnetic pull is produced by this polarity. It's the sensation you get from being with someone who embodies your personality completely. You stay a little bit on edge since you can't anticipate their reaction, which makes the conversation more intriguing, thrilling, and enjoyable. The masculine and feminine are dancing with this duality. It's the attraction you get from a very good talk. She may make you chuckle, or she may be drawn to your cool, collected demeanor. Each of you polarizes the other. Conversely, depolarization occurs when neither of you exhibits any overtly male or feminine characteristics. Thus, you both behave in a similar way. It's not necessarily a deal breaker, but you have to stay away from this if you don't want that spark to fade and you don't want to find yourself in the friend zone. How to produce this polarity is as follows. You must first project confidence. It's as simple as walking over and striking up a chat. Isn't it true that most women like a guy who is brave enough to approach them and take that chance? Considering that most men don't, they lack the bravery to approach them and have a conversation. You're ahead when you reach the point when you've counted down from 3 to 0. Now let's go forward. Secondly, let her know early on in the discussion that you think she's hot. You need to express your interest if you have any, and you may do that by teasing her a little. Nothing combative. Say something like, stylish girl shopping for dinner ingredients. As an example, that means you're a really decent chef. Too good to be true, it appears. What's the deal? She can tell right away that you're interested in becoming more than just buddies since you approached her politely and respectfully. Thirdly, Extend an invitation to her out if she is still open to it with that carefree and upbeat vibe. Get her Instagram and her number. Say something like, "I think Emily is cute. You seem like a great person. Though I understand you have to go. How about we go out for supper or drinks? Which phone number do you have?" By using these 3 strategies, you'll be able to establish that polarity and determine her level of interest right away. Overall, you'll draw in females with that feminine energy when you project your self-assured masculine energy, which is shown by being forthright about your objectives, acting, taking initiative, and staying in the moment. The ability to establish this polarity right away after meeting someone makes the difference between being locked in the friend zone and having great chemistry. And then, without warning, you acquire her phone number. There's one more obstacle though. You have to exit politely and without drawing attention to yourself. Whatever you do, don't stay too long. It becomes weird when a bunch of men hang around. Bid farewell, give her a smile, and inform her that you will text her. Psychologists have discovered that individuals recall feelings more vividly than words, appearances, or even sounds. Thus, it's crucial to terminate that conversation positively while you can. Leaving her smiling is really the aim here. She therefore recalls that emotion and that grin whenever she thinks of you or speaks to her friends about you. However, be cautious to look out for warning signs. In this video, I've outlined a few of these warning signs that you should avoid. Of course, remember to subscribe as well. In the next video, I'll see you.